on a Sunday. Fun day, fun day. Are you having a fun day this Sunday? I am in the light on a Sunday. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual, I guess we're going to use this one, healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. So that's what's going on. Evangelist, North American Civil. I am your spiritual analyst and psychoanalyst and God's first child reincarnated, the Lilith. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Dude, shout out to the fucking losers on my page. Dude, you make the losers in my life make me such a winner. Hold on a second. What's today's date? August. Nope, we still got a couple more days. On the 23rd, we have a rollout. Rollout. Really? Yeah. What's happening? No, we're not in August. October 22nd, I mean. October 22nd. Okay. I knew September 22nd. Yeah, sorry. I'm rolling through time too fast. Like, what day is it? I looked up at the calendar. What are you looking at? I'm trying to figure out. I felt it. I felt the energy shift. I was like, there's a lot of energy shifting. If you've been keeping up with me, which is impossible, I can't. What am I? Emotionally mushy is what fucking Wolfman calls this when you have an episode. Just chill to the next episode. Alright, let's talk about it. I lost a couple people on my page, right? Which was nothing more than fucking confirmation to the bitch ass shit I was talking about. These bitch ass fools. If you say the wrong motherfucking thing, bitches is gonna walk out your life. In the essence, it's like, I offended you, so like, I'm leaving. Okay, bye. Bye, fucking Felicia. Bye. I offended you. I know exactly what to say to get rid of you. If I say these magic words, they're so delicious that I'll never see your fucking face again. Damn. That is power. Power to the people. God said I have the right to remain silent. It's my choice. I have the free will to execute that right. And as the Queen of Swords, I like to cut people. With what? My words. Going on to it. So there was that perfect example. And then somebody who can love you like this guy. Somebody got in my comments. Who was the somebody? I don't know. It was probably the person that left my page. I was at 30 and then it was 29. Take your little friends with you and anybody else that thinks like you too. Anyways, he posted some shit. I said I had a late night smoke with Red last night. First off, before I even get into that, that was a very intimate, awesome moment that I had, and I've had many of them with him, but last night really meant a lot. And in the middle of it, he started asking me about me, which was really cool. And anyways, so I had that was like the best part of my fucking day yesterday, was at 1:45 in the morning having a cigarette with this guy. Had I not had the habit to have a cigarette, I wouldn't have been out there when he was having a cigarette. But anyway, some fucking loser gets in my fucking comments and was like, yeah, and you need to stop smoking because a real man's not going to like a woman with cigarette breath, or some bullshit like that. And you need to humble yourself. Humble myself? Is there anything more humiliating and humble in the world than me? I was so like, what the? I need it, dude. Because I was really in an ugly place before that. And as though this may sound ugly, this is just lovely. Like, are you fucking serious? Have you ever... I feel like the whole French Revolution... You could get the whole French Revolution on your ass saying some stupid shit like that. You're telling me sexy-ass models are out there smoking, talking about, you're never going to get a real man if you're smoking. Is that what your mom said? Have you ever been with a woman that smokes? Shut up. She don't brush her teeth? That's not me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And in the essence, that was just like, you are exactly what I was just fucking crying about. I don't want to have to change who I am to please you. So thank you for that, all of you. If it was just you that did all of that, thank you for that. Validating my feelings, my true feelings, making my feelings be heard in full action of those around me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Going back to it, I was warring with God. And I told you last night, I was like, I think I'm going to start a fight with God. Oh, my head hurts. Come on, Metatron, not right now. Come on, Metatron. I feel that. Write that down. That's gonna be in a song. I could feel that. I heard that in a song. I heard that in this. It was a certain frequency. What are you doing? I'm trying to pull out some cards, but I'm talking a lot, and I also looking at all different kinds of cards. Because I've got the fucking 10-day forecast in front of me, but I feel it. It's already here. I'm moving way faster than you guys. I have no idea when that energy is going to hit you, whatever that energy was. Holy fuck, are you fucked? And that's what it is. What happened to you? The planets, bro, happened to me. They pushed all this shit to the surface, bro. They pushed all my fears and everything. They tried to make me, you know, oh, God. They pushed me off the fucking mountain, bro, and I fell real hard. I'm like fucking Tommy Boy looking back at the weekend like, what the fuck was that? I didn't kiss a girl, did I? Sorry, it's a funny kitty piece. Never mind, you can't keep up. But yeah, and what was that? Emotionally mushy? Dude, no, that was a whole mental health episode that happened just inside of me. Nobody could see it on the outside. I looked like I was having a normal day, but hell no. It was a fucking ride through hell of my mind. Thanks, Carl Jung. Let's go visit the shadow, the young shadow of yourself. Sit down. Ah, lovely. Anyways, I think it's funny because as I keep saying Wolfman, it's like, you think I'm crazy? He sits in a pinnacle, in a pinnacle on the fucking floor with candles lit, masturbating to my image of a past life. Who's crazy? You think I'm fucking crazy? Look at this guy. I might be emotionally unstable from PTSD and everything about the world is triggering, but I deal with it. He's over there. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Riding little girls on his backpack and shit. I cannot. I'm just saying, you guys like, oh, fuck. You have to be able to identify when you are triggered and understand that it's okay. And that's what it is. All that shit that came out, that was very good shit. That was a very good session. I'm glad you were able to express your feelings so wisely. Thanks. That was psycho. Yeah, now let's do the spiritual analyzation of all this psycho shit. Let's get into it. That's what happened. My psyche poured out. All my fears poured out. All of my feelings. What did we see? First off, the abandonment and neglect. It's real. People abandon and neglect you at all costs. That's the conditional love that they're giving out there. It's all conditional. So I have every right to not want to get too close to people because I know they're just going to walk away after they get too close and realize. And that's it. The closer you get to me, the more I freak you out. Why? Because I'm freaky. Super freaky. Right? I'm more, and that's what I said in my video. It's like, you know, my way of life, it disturbs you. Because I don't do what other people do. So I'm just going to freak you out and just always wonder, you know, you're always going to be 1 foot out the door. She's a fucking freak. And I'm always 1 foot out the door because I know you're about to go out the door. Actually, I'm not out the door. I'm pushing you out the door because I know you're going to jump anyways. I know you're going to leave me, so let me just push you away. This is Psychology 101. Now, obviously, this is real, though. You can't have some doctor come in and say, no, that's not how it is. No, I can show you patterned, recorded video documentary of this is what people do with me. I get close to them, and I'm too much for them, and they fucking disappear or they fucking do some weird-ass shit. It's like, that's it. What did I do? Told them something or said something that offended them. Something about my lifestyle offended them. I smoked cigarettes. That made me laugh. I started laughing in the car. I said this a long time ago. For most of these weak people, all I gotta do is light up a cigarette and watch them run. I do everything to push people away. I walk around saying I'm a witch. I purposely wear this just like Marshall, this hardcore fucking shell that makes people not want to approach me. Why? Because I don't even want to start with you. Why? Because I'm going to show you all this love, and you're going to take it, use it, abuse it, and fucking reject and neglect me. I have 40, we're going near 43. I will be 43 at the end of November. I have 43 years of proof of this. So don't tell me I'm fucking crazy. This is what people do. Now, if you're talking about you need a better class of people, tell me you don't do that to people, bro. If they don't act right, you're going to kick them out of your life. You're a fucking liar, bro. It's called conditional love. There's no forgiveness or understanding or compassion. Me having a meltdown like that, there's no understanding of when it happens. When fucking Kanye goes Kanye, nobody understood him. What happened to fucking Britney Spears? Nobody understood her. She couldn't express it in words. They can't express it, or the words that come out don't make too much sense. And you fucking deem them as fucking, you know what I mean, mentally unhealthy. They're emotionally explosive because of all the mental fucking abuse that they've witnessed. Mental is all the shit that you're seeing and hearing. All the things that is being given to you, you know, visually, and the shit that's being put into your head. By the fucking people around you. It's not everybody, it's the people around you. And then you add comments. Let's open the comment section for other people's fucking opinions about my fucking life. And let's just see how I feel about everybody's feelings about my life. Then you turn into something like Russ or fucking Lewis. Let me be what everybody wants me to be. Let me just be what people want me to be so that they'll love me. And that's the conversion. If I'm not what you want, then I don't get your time, your love, your energy, your anything, your respect, nothing. I don't exist. Now I could say that as a singular, but that's society. And it's just so stupid. Do you know how many women smoke? That was such a stupid comment. Now, let's go back to what I said last night. I was also talking about, you know, the whole fight was, I don't believe that it's possible at this point. I don't believe that you can have a healthy beginning with a negative past. I don't believe it's possible. God, it's up to God if he wants to change this. But at this particular moment, knowing what I know about the psyche and what I know about what I know, I don't believe that you can go on and have a healthy new beginning with a negative past. I don't think you can have a new relationship with a past person that already hurt you. Because I think that hurt will always lie within you and it will always haunt you. Is what I couldn't put fully into words last night. I don't think it's possible. When the past comes up, it brings up the past hurt. So I told God, I need something new to believe in. And in essence, I was cutting off the love flow. I cannot put my love there, God. I will not put my love there. And I can talk to God and say, this is why, God. I have proven time after time after time. Every time you tell me to be kind to Russ, he is unkind to me. I do it because I'm obedient to you, but you know that I cannot get love back there. So I'll keep the fucking water dripping so that the pipes don't freeze, but I'm not going to waste my flow there. And that's what that means. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. And that's because it's not that it's not conditional, it's the condition that it comes back in. If I leave him alone, then he leaves me alone. If I try to love him, he tries to hurt me. And that's what I've noticed about most all of them. Their defense mechanism is to hurt you, right? To make you, to reject you, to publicly reject you. That's the way that makes them feel secure and powerful. That's hurtful, to say the least. So anyways, I told God, I cannot. I'll shut down this whole water system, the whole waterworks. I won't give out my love if you don't give me something new to. You need to give me something new to believe in, because I will not, cannot, based on proper evidence, believe in this bullshit. You can't make me believe in it. I believe in you, but not this. They are not real. You are real, but they are not real possibilities at all. Right? Is what I was having this thing. So then I think about it, and this is where I go back to the beginning of it. I told God, you have to give me something new. So I'm sitting in my car, and this is after I read this post, it all clicks, this epiphany. He says, you can't find a good man smoking cigarettes, basically. And my defense was, dude, I have a cigarette with a good man every day. And that's red. He's a good man. And he seems to always be there in my time of need. And that's what I realized in the car. Throughout the days and the nights, he works all different types of shifts, sometimes doubles. Yesterday, I was like, what the fuck you doing here, dude? He left at 3, and then he was back at 11. But sometimes he'll work from 11 till 3 the next day. They do that shit around here. And, you know, everybody feels comfortable with Red. That's not his name. That's just his nickname. Who knows what his name is? Could be something like Earl. But he's a good guy. He's always been a good guy. He's the one that made me realize I had to stop saying the N-word, right? And just he's always there to talk, and he's always a good guy. And it was like, you know what? There is good guys around me. I don't have to freaking go looking for one. And it really was funny. I got the freaking inclination. It was like, you should holler at Red. He understands. He knows I'm a whole priestess, bro. He knows my whole deal. He sees me all day with or without makeup, being nice or not being nice, crying, screaming, whatever I'm doing. He knows my kids. He knows where I live. He knows the car I drive. He was the person that I asked for a reference, and it was his reference, his over-the-top reference. And that was, you know what I mean, that got me this job. He's a good guy. There is a good guy right there in front of me. He has his own grown children and his own kind of problems. He's not attached to anyone. I do believe he's a dater, and he gets me. And it's like, you know, I could talk to a good guy, but I'd be talking to these stupid guys because God just brings me these stupid guys. But there are good guys around me. And it was in that moment I realized, hey, new moon, new boo. I wanted to say, I started laughing. The Holy Spirit was like, and I never, you know what I mean, had a relationship with a black man. And then they were like, they brought up Money B. I was like, that doesn't count. I feel like nothing in my past counts because I don't have proof or evidence to know what that was about. I was like, that doesn't count. How does that even count? I have 2 oracles here and nothing more. I guess we're not going to get past me and my mouth. Anyways, I was thinking about it. It's like, I could talk to Red. And the essence is like, I would like a companionship. And that's it. I was telling him about, you know, he's the one I told about my situation, how I look at marriage. It's like, dude, I believe in that. I was like, I'm not saying Red wants to move me and all my kids in my house into his house, but if I got a house and said, hey, Red, you want to move in you and your kids and take it a little easy?
You guys are sharing rooms. I'm keeping my own.
No, see what I mean? I'm just trying to say possibilities are always there if you're open to them. And so don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. And that's what I told Bobby. I was like, you think you're the only married man? There's a guy, and he keeps parking right next to my car. I was thinking about it as I was there. This morning I had to go to Walmart with the old people. I was out there at like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Not really. I was at 7:27 or so. Anyways, I was out there, and I came back, and there was no parking, so I had to park in the way, way, way back of the parking lot. And I was laughing to myself. I was like, I wonder if he's going to park next to me now. Because he is. He's always right next to me. I look up, and I was like, oh, he's right there. I don't know if he's in his car or what, but he's always right next to my car. I was like, you think you're the only dude that wants to cheat on his girl with me? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Quit playing around with me. And in the essence, and that was it, too. It's like, you know, I could ask him for a companionship. He knows I have problems and I ain't trying to have sex and I need a friend and that's about it. So don't even start with me, fucking asshole. And we could sit there and have cigarettes all night. I think he probably smokes weed too. He probably does. Who doesn't? Oh, you don't? It's illegal where you come from? I don't even want to get into that conversation. I'm looking for the freaking one oracle, guys. Just one. Come on. What are those doing there? Which ones are you looking for? The Lumerians. I got the Callies. They must be mixed somewhere else because for reals. Oh, I found them. Alright, we're good. We don't have to always do a Lumerian card on a Sunday. Why? Because the activation of it, I'm not really sure. I'm sure some Lumerian cultured people will tell you what it has to do with the sun. They have some kind of sun god or something. There's something to the sun. I don't know. I didn't study Lumerians. Oh, I'm going to do my favorite ones because they're my favorite ones. I'm looking for the archangels. Those aren't usually hard to find, but they're all torn and tattered that they're hard to get out. There they are. See, they're all falling apart and shit. Why do you wrap them? I don't know. I always have. I mean, it keeps the cards nice and clean. That's why I be watching these people. They like do this shit with their cards, and they're like, oh, they act like they're playing cards. They're really, I mean, there's no power in them, but I appreciate them. It's like it's like rolling a freaking joint out of a Bible paper. They say if you do that, you go down. I did that a lot of times. You know what I told Morgan that? Morgan's like, why do you think they gave you so many extra pages? She says the funniest things, dude. She said the funniest thing this morning. Like, we're dead. Like, you can't. We're too funny. You're dead. We're dead. We'd be laughing, bro. We just, like, the fucking punchlines, like, we'll just punch you with the lines. It's really harsh. She had me laughing so hard. I was supposed to do stuff with her, but we had other stuff to do, I suppose. Alright, let's start with, well, this one's looking at me, and it looks very good. These are my favorite cards. Let's do my favorite one. Dude, I went through a really intense, dark night of the soul. It's called an ego death, right? And you kind of witnessed it, and I try to teach you about these. Your ego is your brain in the way that it thinks. And then when it comes to the surface, all your thoughts come to the surface, and it's this explosion of feelings based on these thoughts. And so whether you saw it or not, what happened is I got triggered into my marriages, bro. My intimate relationships of living with a person. I was trying to picture what it would be to live with a person, a new man, in a new house. And I couldn't see him. In that house, all I could see was the terrors of the last houses. The house of horrors is what I heard. Amityville. That's what you don't know. It's what happens behind closed doors, right? When you look for these picture-perfect moments, and when you step outside, it's, lights, camera, action. But it's, what happens in the home stays in the home, and that's where all the horrors happen, is in the home. Domestic violence, abuse, alcoholism, you all bring it home. Even if you go out to the bars and you get drunk in the bars, you bring that energy home, bro, and you take it out at home. And that's why my childhood was so fucking fucked up, because it happened in my homes, and it was always hidden in the homes. So I'm trying to think of a happy home with a man, and all my homes came to mind, all of that. Can't really tell you what it is when it's happening. I can only tell you how I feel, what it feels like. It takes time to get out of it, to tell you it. I have them all the time, and that's it. It's like, I'm seeing that one with Wolfman. It was a Friday morning. I was listening to him, and he's talking about, it's a Sagittarius video. He's like, yeah, how many times do you guys fuck a day? Me and my Sagittariuses, we were fucking all day. All of a sudden, I'm seeing all these visions of having to fucking go into the room all day and fuck them. And this is happening on my drive to work, dude. And I can't get out of these visions. I'm just seeing myself having to bend over, or having to crawl on the bed, or having to close the door. And these icky feelings, bro. This all happens right before a fucking Friday shift. And I'm walking in as she's opening the door, and I'm supposed to go in and count the safe and get on the computer and start taking in payments and all this shit. And I am fucked. When I describe that, you could say, damn, Britch, you're really mentally ill. That's what it was. As I started looking, I become mentally ill for a moment or two, or as long as it takes. I'm fine until it comes. And that's why they spend so much money on pharmaceuticals to make people, to help people avoid these episodes of repressed feelings and memories. They find medical ways to get to the brain to repress you from having these episodes where this shit comes back and haunts you and drives you crazy in the now. And you do go crazy in that moment, and it's all just happening inside of you. You're still outside in the normal world, but inside of you, you're completely dead. You're reliving traumatic moments, and nobody can see it. They can, perhaps, on the expression on your face, but normally those moments can happen just sitting in your room, staring at the fucking refrigerator. You just get sad, just sitting in the fucking bathtub. You know what I mean? Anytime. In the beginning, it was all the time. I was always in pain. I'd get through a couple of memories and I'd fucking, thank God, I'd go out to have a cigarette, wipe my face, and as soon as I was breathing out the smoke, here comes more. And that's how I cope. How do I cope? Smoking and cleaning. How do you cope? We all have to fucking cope some kind of way. We all have a coping mechanism. You try to find the healthiest way. Some of you are in the gym, gonna blow your fucking brains out, blow your heart out, blow your blood vessels. Some of you are fucking blowing, literally putting blow up your nose. Some of you are fucking, you know what I mean, blowing through money, eating your fucking feelings. Some of you are taking it out on people. I don't know how you're handling this, but nobody fully has a handle. And that's what I'm trying to show you is how I handle it. And that it can be handled, but you have to understand how it's simple to just sit with it, but it's difficult as fuck to lose your mind, to go into your mind, as Carl Jung describes. You lose your mind, dude. You get lost in it. And the emotions of what you're seeing. And that's why, psilocybin, right? So I did mushrooms in the beginning. I did, it's legal here in Colorado for all of you that want to fucking judge. Take it to the fucking, take it to the courts. I see Kobe right there bouncing the ball. Bring it to the court. They use that for PTSD. So what it does is it's a stabilizer to the emotional effect of it. So I could turn down the emotional response to these visuals. As I'm seeing it, I'm not fucking exploding in my feelings. And that's what I said yesterday. It got so bad, if I was a drinker, I would have tried to. I would have tried to put something in me to cope with this because it was nearly something I couldn't cope with, which was nothing more than my thoughts. I could not cope with my memories. And in the essence, it was like, thank God, I literally sat at we went to Morgan's house, I think at like noon, and stayed there till like nearly 6. I went to the spiritual store at like 5, and then we left from there. I just sat there all day in those feelings and in those thoughts. And it's like, no matter what, bro, they gotta be faced. It's like, what triggered it? Me trying to envision a happily ever after? Me wanting this house and maybe putting a man in it made me go crazy. Did I stay crazy? I could have, not facing it, but you saw it, and that's where I was like, this is driving me crazy. The idea of this is driving me crazy. Why does the idea drive me crazy? Because of what happened because being in a marriage drove me crazy. Not just, but it didn't help, that's for sure. So then you take on the triggering of a past person that already drives you crazy. My twin flames drive me crazy. They drive me crazy. They make me very suspenseful. They make me very suspicious. They make me very on edge. I am very on edge when one of them is in my energy. I don't trust it. I am scared. This is going to hurt. It always hurts. Dealing with any of you. It hurts. I don't want to hurt. I have enough hurt. I have a lifetime of hurt to deal with. I don't need someone to keep coming into my life to see if I still hurt. Or play games with me. Play mind games with me. Play emotional games. You know what I mean? And that's what it is get me excited and then leave me. I have had enough of that. Stop coming around if you can't stay. And there's nothing wrong with that, dude. And that's from years and years. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, this is viable. I have viable documented proof of why I am the way I am. And it's like, no, you're crazy. That's when some dude will come around and say, you're crazy. No, I'm not. This situation is crazy. I'm tired of being caught up with crazy people like you guys. Everybody acts the same. It's like all men are the same. You don't want to say that, but look at you. You all have the same patterns. If a girl says some shit like this, you're out. If a girl says she want to marry you and live with you and move and all of that way too fast, you're motherfucking out. I have proof. I can prove this shit. How come a girl can't love you without you rejecting and then neglecting and abandoning her? She's already confessing her love. She's telling you that she wants everything with you. And in that moment, you leave her with nothing. Jesus Christ. So, in essence, women have every right to stomp on your fucking feelings because you don't have any. You don't have any. You don't know what it feels like to be in love. You're just trying to lust and play some games on a bitch. Why? Because some bitch fucking did it to you. As above, so below. Who taught you that shit, bro? That's what it is. It's a mentality when you're dealing with people, and you can't be like that, and it's all like all twisted and shit. So anyways, yeah, I go a little crazy. Shut up, Aerosmith. Ah, it's screaming in my head. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I go crazy. I'm losing my mind. I can't stop it. The song just is louder than my thoughts. It's like, turn it down. Oh, it's a good song, I guess. Whatever. Let's just breathe. Anyways, yeah, there's these moments, and they are really good for coming on a weekend. Then throw on a fucking solar eclipse, a dark moon, a new moon, some planets, and kaboom! Will it hit you? I don't know. Why does it hit me like that? Because I'm connected, bro. It's like, I feel it. I can feel the energy from 2 planets away. It's like, oh God, it's coming into the atmosphere. I'm falling. I can feel it. It's breathing on us. We're gonna die. That's what I told it. I was like, oh God, this is the worst ever. I was literally laying on her carpet, and it was very nice carpet. It's like, you look like a mental patient right now. Very much so. I'm just laying on the carpet. My face, I feel very safe right here on the carpet. Like a fucking mental person. Anyways, I was laying there. I was like, this is horrible. I hope this doesn't hit you like this. This is terrible energy. Is it mine? I mean, what started it? The idea of happiness? And I got shot down? Someone please call 911. And that's what, I didn't even know what was wrong with me until I saw fucking Morgan this morning, and she put it into words. She's like, PTSD, bro. Trauma doesn't go away. And there's going to be days like this when it's going to come back to the surface. We don't use that word. We don't use PTSD. We use the word trigger. What is a trigger? It's something that triggers your PTSD. So I appreciate that. I had to have a whole fucking meltdown for her to learn that word. Thanks. I suffer from PT. That's what it says in my file. It doesn't say anything else. It just says I have PTSD. Well, obviously I'm walking in that. You're like, I'm crazy. I was. That's what I said too. You know, you get to these moments, it's like, I wish I never woke up. Why? Because even in my crazy state, none of this, I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel anything. I felt frustration. I was pretty uptight. Everything like irritated me, so I was real bitchy. I was cunty. But as you can see, even when I'm cunting, I'm right. I'd be just talking shit, just putting people in their place and shit. But in essence, I didn't have to feel pain. I didn't have to feel. And I had a way of life that worked for my mind, and nobody else mattered, and that was good for me. It's like, Jesus. I wish I could go back to that. Take a pill and wake up and chill. Just get a job and go back to, go back to music or something. I don't know. You wish you could, bro. It's the Matrix, bro. When you really get pulled out, bro, you'll sit there on the outside. I've done it since the day I woke up. Like, it really hit me, I think, the second year. I remember I was sitting in that summer, dude, just crying. I would spend so many days at the stars. I'm all alone in this planet. The soul, bro. Once you're out of the mind and you're the soul and you're just stuck dealing with the mind and the minds of the world, so sucks. That's why I said I'm not my mind. I hate my mind. The shit that comes out of it. Oh, I was doing just fine till my mind turned on and I started thinking about some shit. And then I overthought it until it fucking knocked me down on the floor and I'm crying and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's why it's important to deal with the mind. Because it has that kind of power, bro. It has the power to make you run away from the very thing you want. And that's what she kept trying to tell me yesterday. You want this, dude. You want to be in a relationship. And I'm like screaming at her like an unhealed child. The fuck I do, dude. Fuck that. I don't want to worry about him, what he's doing on his phone and where he is when he's not with me and how he's going to act and what if I don't cook the right meal and where's his fucking place and I'm always going to have to be picking up his shit and I got to not, even like something like this, like my kids will be kind of rude. I haven't done a reading. They know this is my job. When they're like, oh, you're doing a reading? Like try to make me feel bad because I'm going to do something with myself. Oh, you're going to take a bath? Like, like question me and change me. And it's like, what if I want to sit there and have cigarette after cigarette and just sit outside for hour after hour and hour and hour and I don't never come in and say shit to you? You're going to be fucking, talking on the phone, talking to some other bitch because I'm not giving you attention because I'm not, I don't even know, bro. There's just so many fucking insecurities about how to act with you. And if I don't, the only thing I do know is if I don't act right, you're going to leave me. And it's not limited to a man. And I have proof that if I don't act right, but if I know that I don't act right to begin with, then I know you're just going to leave me. I'm not wrong. That's the sad part. You're crazy. No, I'm not, bro. If I say the wrong, if I get fucking pissed off enough and I say something to about his mother or his fucking dick size or who fucking knows, bro, he's gonna either slap me or just walk out on me either way. Because I couldn't control what? My mouth. My fears are real and so are yours. You just have to let them, the voice inside of you is real. It comes from a real place. And that's what the difference is there's the mind. And that's what I said, how my mind thinks. It's real, dude. It's programmed. It ran my whole life. It's filled with all my experiences of life, and it knows everything about me and how this world works, and it tells me how to do things. That's what the mind is. There's the body that reacts to whatever the mind says. That the body is like, depending on how much your body has control over you, the body does. If the body's hungry and the mind says no, no. If the body has to pee and the mind says no, no. The body doesn't, it depends. And that's you guys. If your body says, I want sex, and it just, you know what I mean? Does it come from the mind or the body? And that's it. How much are you giving your body? And that's where I said, I'm not even taking care of my body. And a lot of times that isn't. You know what I mean? I haven't really been I'm so busy taking care of my mind that I'm not taking care of my body. Which means I'm sitting with my mind, which means I'm not working out my body. My body needs exercise like a dog. It needs to stretch its muscles. It needs to move. It needs to, you know what I mean? It needs all of that activity, right? There's that. Then there's your emotional part of you. How about your feelings? Those are the two connectors. There's a secret connector of these. You have to check in on how am I feeling on so many different levels. Well, how are you? Which is the spirit. How are you? You think about, how's my mind doing about this? How's my body feel? How do I feel? It's the mind, body, and spirit. You're not, I hope you'll start to learn that you're not your mind. And you need to care for your body and listen to it. But most of all, your spirit. And recognize that, when shit like this happens, and that's what it is. It's like, I teach you because, you get to learn what I'm learning. That's pretty much it. You get to learn what I'm learning. That's the whole teaching that's going on here. And it's learning how to heal myself. And that's my purpose, is to heal myself and to teach others by sharing my experience. It's not as fabulous as you think it is. It's not like, I'm a trained psychologist and all this. No, I learn for levels and levels and levels of learning my mind and my feelings and dealing with it. And the motherfucker will crush me nearly every weekend. It happens. Some are worse than others. I do usually have it on a schedule. Sometimes it could happen throughout the week. As many times, it could trigger off. That shit'll just go off, bro. Anything outside in the outside world can trigger my PTSD to where now I'm stuck in my mind of the past and I have to deal with it. The second option was never waking up and just living in altered personalities that chose to deal with my life however they chose. Which was similar to this, which was just, pushing people away. But at least I was successful and had a lot of shit. My kids had everything they wanted. I don't know. I felt like the mind, that's why the mind knows best. It did pretty well with me. I look back and it's like, how did I make it through that? My mind, dude. My mind knew what to do. It had a plan. It gave me an idea. And I would just do whatever the mind said. And that's how I got there. But a lot of it was running away. I just wanted to run away from things. And I can't run away from these twin flames. And that really kills me. And that's, where you use all your techniques. You do everything to get away from the problem. What's the problem? I love them. And I don't want to. And it's more than one. It's like that my karma came times 10. It didn't just happen with one. It wasn't one like Adam. Now I got it times 10 in this life. Plus 2. Are you serious? I didn't want to love one, so he made me love them all. Isn't that horrible? I can't really tell you what is happening. I can't narrate the whole story. Bring in Morgan Freeman where I'm having these meltdowns. And that's what I try to tell you. I can't fucking see you if I hurt you on the way out of my fucking mind. I was fighting for my life in there. I don't know what I said to you. I tried to tell you what was going on in the beginning. I'm going through shadow work. I'm fighting my brain. I'm having a lot of fucked up feelings. Back up, bro. Just back up. This is dangerous. What's happening? I'm fucking healing. It looks like I'm breaking. It really does. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm breaking every part of my mind open. And this hurts real bad. Stand back. I gotta get to the bottom of this. What was at the bottom? The truth. The whole truth, bro. And that's the real truth. Neglect. Abandonment. Rejection for who I am. Who I always been and who I will be. I will always be met with that. Because of who I am. Because I will not conform. And that's the card in front of you. I tried everything my whole life, and so will you, to be what people want so that they'll love you. But it's all temporary. They'll stop loving you. They'll stop liking you. They'll stop subscribing. They'll do whatever it is. They'll run away from you. They'll leave you. They'll leave your page. They'll leave your life. Because they don't like you anymore. They like someone else. Because that person's more pleasing. Even in looks. And that came up. I heard that in my video. My insecurity about my daughters. That came up. I'm always trying to protect my children from that. Until they're grown. I'm trying to protect them from sexual abuse. Until they're grown. I have to. Their father, I have to. And so I have young women in my life. And that's an insecurity. I don't want to worry about my husband doing anything to my children. And it's not children, they're young women. They are my children, but they're beautiful young women. The last thing you want is your husband hitting on your women. As I see this, I see Bruce Jenner. Imagine living in that household. That's it. This is real things to it that are real hidden inside of me. My real worries, my real fears, my real self came out. What's really hidden inside. The real things that you never talk about. I don't think any woman has ever said that. I've seen it happen, bro. You would never think it, but you do. Your daughter comes out looking all sexy and you're trying to protect her from other men, and the last thing you're thinking is the men in your house are looking at her like that. Like today, she got all super sexified. Big old titties hanging out and shit, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I can't tell her no, because, But at the same time, it's like, that's it. It's like, I don't want a man that feeds off that kind of energy on the internet, and that came out too. Russ, and the kind of girls you follow. You follow these young girls that are putting their bodies out there like that. You follow young girls, predatorial-like. You're only liking them because of their bodies. Oh, they're really smart. They're really pretty. They're this. That's not what's on those pictures. They're not being smart on those pictures. They're not being kind on those pictures. They're not being intelligent in those pictures. That's not why you follow Kim Kardashian, bro. And those are real things. I spoke about real fears, real things that you're really not supposed to talk about. I dug out, it came out. I didn't mean for it to come out. These are real things that you hide, and it just fell out of my mouth. And that's exactly what I said. It's like, dude, anything can fall out of my mouth, and you're gonna run out of my life. You're accusing me of fucking being attracted to your daughter? No, I'm fearful of it. Why? Because she's beautiful, and you're attracted to beautiful things. Is there something wrong with this? Do you see what I mean? We don't talk about these things. It's an it can be called an insecurity or a jealousy. But it's based off evidential, the mind's not crazy. I have a reason to believe that you would be, based on what you are. We're talking about logic, dude. Evidential proof is, you know what I mean? Russ would be over there jerking off to my daughter. As well as fucking Wolfman. Or any of these other ones that are chasing these little girls, bro. Really? Yeah, they're not ugly. They're fucking beautiful. And that's why she chooses to be a man sometimes and completely hide it. She doesn't like the tension all the time. There's some fucking, in her weightlifting class, she's a freshman, and some senior told him straight up that he wants to date her when she gets older, when she gets 18. He's like, he just told her straight up, like, I'm waiting until you're of age. That's creepy as fuck. That scares me. At least he was respectful, and you got a couple years. I was like, well, hopefully you won't be here in a couple years. But Jesus Christ. He's like, he wants you. What do you think he's waiting till she's 18 to do with her? And she's over there doing weightlifting. You better fucking throw one of those 50-pound fucking weights straight on his fucking nutsack. Fucking weigh that bitch down. I mean, just serious. Thank God she's going to the military. Give her a gun and shit. Stab some motherfuckers or something. I'm just saying, it's not pretty. The dark sides of your mind are not pretty, but they're real. What you think, that's crazy shit that comes out of Kanye's mouth, give me 5 minutes with him and I could tell you where it comes from, what it really means. It's not crazy, dude. It's pulled together by imagery and understanding. He just has a different understanding. He's seen things that you haven't seen, and therefore his mind works different than yours. And you call it crazy. Anybody's mind that doesn't work like yours is crazy, but none of your mass conscious is crazy. Everybody thinking alike and doing the like, and I'm seeing the Stepford wives just waving. Just, the fuck? I'm not your sex doll. Go fucking talk to Elon Musk and get you a car that drives yourself, a refrigerator that orders its own food. You know what I mean? Just live the AI life. Just live this whole generated life of greatness. No identity. Just do, what the computer says. Completely program your life according to, the masses. No way. All right, 48 minutes. We don't have much time. Let's get through this. Number 6. This is a great card. I'm in the wrong book. Focus. I'm better now. I just want to say that. That's that moment. I pop up in Marshall's DMs like Heath Ledger in the fucking nurse suit. Take my mask off. Hi. Oh my God, it's her. She's back. I'm back. And that's it. That's that saying. It's like, I'm the girl that lives, bro. I live through this. The type of shit that kills people. I live through it. Did you die? Oh God, dude, it was killing me. Killing me softly, bro. It kills. What is it? An ego death. Your ego kills you, bro. Your thoughts kill you. And if you don't kill them, it'll kill you. You can get stuck in them for a long time. I'm a master alchemist. I've been doing this for 3 years, but that one killed me, bro. I said it. That was one of those ones, please, God, I just want to die. Please, I just want to die, God. Please, I just want to die. Please. Which means what? Put me out of my misery. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to think like this. I don't want to do this anymore. I understand suicide victims, suicidal thoughts, because I get them. What does that mean? You just want it to stop. It doesn't mean you want to hurt yourself because you're scared of hurting yourself. You're already hurting. You don't want to hurt anymore. That's the whole reason. You don't literally think about the most gruesome way. You want to just die real fast. So they shoot themselves in the head, or they die in their sleep. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and deal with another day of life. I can't deal with this again tomorrow. I can't feel like this one more day. I can't keep living like this one more day, God. I get that, bro. They don't want to hurt. They want to stop hurting. Can everybody write that down? I need to write that down. Suicide doesn't want to hurt themselves. They want to stop hurting. Jeez, can you spell? Sorry, my brain. Why do you write it down? Because I have a certain memory. If I write it down, I remember it more. So I'm really big on note-taking. Because I can remember not what I wrote down, but I have this flash memory of seeing myself write it down. And then I can see it on the paper. I can remember my actions. That's what it is. I think it's, I don't know, talk to a scientist. It's not that it's like a photogenic memory after I wrote it down. I can remember the act of writing it down, and then I can see what I wrote down in the act. That's why I always say write it down. It's not like I just remember the act. I won't actually ever go back to where I wrote it down usually. I can remember I wrote it down, and I can eventually see what I wrote down. Really? Yeah. Or I can remember where I wrote it down and find the notes. There's certain things that's why I'm really good at tests and stuff. I can see in a question, I can see in a paragraph, this is important. They're going to ask about this. And so I write it down. I can just tell it all led up to this. And if you're a good writer and you know how scriptures are written, in essence, any book or, you know, the outlining, I like writing. Obviously, I'm a writer. I don't have writer's block ever. But you know the outline of a good there's an outline to writing a book or anything. So, you know what I mean? If they tell you to read a chapter and then they want to do a test on that chapter, the outline of the information is going to be highlighted in the basic outline. It's going to be, you know what I mean? The principles of whatever we're reading are going to be highlighted within the first paragraph. They're going to tell you what the whole paragraph is about, right? So then they're going to start into the section 1 about this. They're going to spend a whole whatever, how many sections to identify that. Your job is to find out the keys to remember what that is. There's key words, but they have to give you a full description of what those key words are. So if you know what the key words are, you don't have to write the full description. And that's just how the outline is. Every book is outlined the same way. Every chapter, every email, there's a specific outline to, you know what I mean, writing an essay, to writing a letter, to writing, you know what I mean, a fucking bullet point, whatever they call them. What do they call them now? That's not what they call them. God, I'm old. PowerPoint. You know what I mean? There's a way that they do it. So if you know the structure, then you know where to find the information. It's like they always put this in this file. It's always in the you know what I mean? If the first sentence is what the fucking paragraph is about, and then there's going to be at least 3 to 5 supporting sentences about the main subject of that sentence, right? So then the outline of it is going to be, you know what I mean? The beginning, the middle, the end. And that's just how it is. You know how it is to know where it is. So I'm pretty good at shit like that. And that's what I mean is my mind is intelligent. It's the emotional blockages. I become emotional mushy. It doesn't make me sit in a pentagram and jerk off to pictures of dark goddesses. Weirdo. What a weirdo. That's crazy. You think I'm crazy? Jesus. Have a cigarette. Rewild your life. The wild isn't just a place out there. It's also a place in here. You are related to elk and deer, butterfly and hummingbird, bisons, gazelle, and tiger. And then he did it again to me today. I was sitting out there. He sent me a white feather. I forgot. Those are hard to come by. Really? Mm-hmm. Where is it? I put it in my cigarette pack. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you and whatever fucking horse you rode in on trying to tell me I can't have a cigarette. It's the one vice I have in life. Jesus Christ. The one thing that... I mean, seriously, what else do I do to harm myself or others? Jesus Christ. Anyways, I put it in my cigarette pack. I saw this, and then I was sitting there, and I took a picture, and then the fucking dragonflies, the double dragonflies went by, which is, to me, an identification of the lovers. It's like, damn, I wish that didn't happen. Well, it was going to happen anytime you tried to get close. I couldn't have avoided this. Whenever I would have had the thought of having a man in my house, I was going to lose that. As soon as I saw a dick pic, that was going to happen. These are what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of these moments, and that's what I posted. It's like, I am going to be scared until I feel safe. Things you do are going to trigger me, and you have to understand that it has nothing... Well, if you do it on purpose, I'm going to kick your ass. But, I mean, like Russ, like, oh, I'm going to fuck with her. If you fucking were ever that guy, I would kill you. But in the essence, it's like, I'm going to tell you straight up that I am triggered, and I need to deal, and I will find a quiet space and remove myself to where it doesn't have to be part... I don't want you to go through this while I do it. But the cool part is knowing... I can handle my feelings and my emotions when they get out of control. And I do document them. Anyway, so I got a white feather, and they're hard to come by, and that's straight from God. And I was like, leave me alone, God. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you today. That's where I was. I'm going to add it to my feathers. I'm going to pull up my altar bag. I was worried about it, dude. There's fucking... I'm serious, guys. There's a problem in my apartments with fucking... the cockroaches, and that's where I'm going crazy about it, and they shouldn't even have a place. I'm going to try a couple other methods, but I don't want to bring my altar bag up here. The whole point is to see if there's any hidden in here, which I think there might be. You know, like Beetlejuice, there's a little motherfucker hidden in my altar. I'm afraid to bring my altar bag up and then anything get in it. And then I was thinking about it too. It's like, I'm treating everything like bed bugs. I'm being psychotic, bro. I really am. I really am. I'm a little getting psycho about this. It's not about... I don't know. There's things that are just making me a little psycho right now. I'm serious. So, anyways, I'm going to bring up my altar bag, and in my altar bag, I have all of my feathers that I've collected thus far. Anytime I bring it up, I put them all together and we start over. So I'm going to share a lot of my stuff that I have in there with you guys. I'll probably do just, literally, it'll take at least 10 to 15 minutes to show you everything in there, so it'll be its own little video. I have so much... What's in the altar bag? As we change energy. So I change, you know, the offerings. We put up the different pictures, you know what I mean? This is different seasons, different holidays, but there's different gods and different energies, different ways of offering. And so, you know, all of this is going to be probably the same, but different because of what we need to put out as offerings. Really? We're in autumn. So, yeah. Just kind of putting that out there. Where'd that come from? The fucking dragonflies is the whole point of that story. As the first came the feather, and then came the dragonflies. Alright, you are related to the elk and the deer, butterfly and hummingbirds, bison, gazelle, and tiger. The mountains live in your bones, the river in your veins. Wild flowers grow along the chambers of your heart. You weren't born to pay bills and die, distracting yourself with secondary satisfaction of house and car and happy hour. The time has come to unplug from your current matrix and rewind your life. And that's what I told him. I'm sitting under there at like 1 o'clock in the morning, nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, Red, I just live different. He's like, you know, I told him everything. And he's like, what did, you know, I was like, you know, I learned to live by God. I spent a whole year. I told him all the great stories. I was like, I told him how my kids had internet and how God would just give me money. I was like, I don't chase money. I was like, I wasn't, you know, God really does take care of me. And I try to teach people, but they don't believe in how I live, dude. And it's appalling. And they, you know, they just, you know, they judge me for it. And he really got it. It's like, you don't understand this way of life. But I was like, you know what they don't understand, Red? The most hurtful part is, I was just like you. I was worse than any man could ever be, because I became the most powerful man in my female body. I had to let that man go, which was all that power and control. I had to let me go to become this. And they have no respect for what it is. It was like, I was like you. That I felt like I had to do everything, and if I did nothing, then I was nothing. I had that talk with him, you know, and then he's asked me, he's like, what was your life like before this? It's like, man, I was really powerful. I had, I had an apartment up there. I had 2 houses or 2 cars. I drove at night. I made stripper money. I was working on a music career. My kids were really spoiled. I didn't like my house or my neighbors, but I had a good life. I did whatever I wanted. We went on vacations. I had a good life, dude. And God just said I needed to get right. He asked me to get rid of my life. People thought I was crazy because I said it was God. He's like, I don't think you're crazy. I was like, I appreciate that. And it's like, I know you don't get it. You'd have to meet me to understand it, though. I am just a real person. And I really made some difficult decisions in the name of God. And that was what deemed me as crazy. When I said that God said I had to stop talking this way and living this way and talking to that person, he understood that. He knew that. He was talking about, God told him he had to stop, living that type of life. Stop being with that type of person. Stop working that job. And that's what we had to talk about even Friday morning. He was the one I talked to that morning before I was deciding, to stand up to my twin flame in my job. You know what I mean? There's been many times I'm having a heart-to-heart with Morgan, and he's out there and he sees me crying and comes up. It's like, there's people that get it. But you out there, you don't get this. Because you're still super plugged into it. You don't know what it means to unplug. It's painful. And sometimes you wish you could just put yourself right back where you started. And that's it. That's what Kanye is constantly doing. It's like, you want to see me go, Kanye, and try to fucking give up God's calling? Try to be a normal person? Try to act like I'm not extraordinary? Nah, bro. And don't ask me not to have a cigarette, and I love that. I've said that since the beginning. It's like, is it going to be a problem for you that I smoke? I'm not smoking next to you. Is that a problem for you? I don't smell like an ashtray. The time has come to unplug from your current matrix and rewind your life. Your mind is a savanna teeming and running wild beasties. Wild, what? I don't know. Ebsties? I don't know what that means. Running wild ebsties. Your heart is an ocean full of mighty whales and splendid dolphins. Your soul is a forest full of stories. The moon whispers late at night. Indulge your own nature and rewild your life. I used to be like you. How could I have not? I was born just like you. I went through a really hard life, and God said, let it go. And, you know what I mean? I just sit around having to deal with me, and God takes care of my outside. And you keep thinking it's not true, but I have 3 years of proof that it is. He gets me jobs, he takes me places, he pays my bills, he tells me what to eat, what to wear, where to go, what to do. I don't need a man, I got God. And that's what I feel like, is some man is going to try to come in and disturb my relationship with God. Our relationship, where he runs things, and it trickles down from me into the family. I think some man's going to try to come in and play God in my life. And that doesn't look good from here. It's not looking so good. Alright, we're not going to do an archangel, because I'm already deep in and I'm hungry. Which is good. And that's it. It's like, why are you always hungry here? Because I haven't eaten before here. It's only when I'm sitting down that I realize I haven't taken care of myself. Why do you fast like that? I don't know. I think I've always done it. I'm serious. I don't have any memories of... My mom was always at work and at school, so I don't have memories too many. I have memories of her cookouts, but I don't have memories of her sitting down and having meals with us. I don't have any memories of that. I learned how to cook in Mexico. I have memories of sitting with them, all them and shit. Alright, where are we at? We're in our air intellect. Could be an air sign. Not this time. Not this time. What is it? Paradigm shift. Yeah, I felt it. Jesus Christ. I went through like 30 fucking levels of fucking, oh my god. Oh my god. And I posted this thing on my page. I found this post. I was trying to tell you, it's like, dealing with Metatron is like a kaleidoscope, right? And I saw this picture. Looks very much like that. That'll be next week. We'll deal with the earth. Let's deal with our brain today. Be more grounded next week. 13. I saw surrender. Stop telling me to surrender. I just want to fight for my right to be free. An innovative way of existing. That's me. New earth energies, inspiring others, fresh air. Stop. I inspire some, but I offend everybody else. The people that I'm not inspiring, the people that don't love me, fucking hate me. Alright, Nas, you can hate me now. You could, P. Diddy, but, fuck. It's the truth. If you don't fucking love what I'm doing, you fucking hate it. You hate it, you hate it, you hate it. Why? Because of my innovative way of existing? Nobody likes my existence. Why? Because it challenges the way of your life. Those of them that are looking for a new way of life are like, dude, I want to try that. I'm going to fucking try that. Those innovative people, those very adventurous people, maybe Sagittarius or something, they're like, dude, I'm going to try that. I'm going to say that same shit to my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. I'm going to say that to my job. That they like that. I inspire them to some great shit. The other ones are like, I would fucking never. How dare her? She's fucking did it. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. I'm going against everything that everybody knows. And all I see in this picture is the seraphim. Is that me with the seraphim? Do you see the seraphim in that picture? Holy shit, am I in the seraphim? That makes sense. We're in Pluto, bro. We're in Pluto. Death, for sure. Yup. I think I saw Steve's Love Tarot said Mars and Pluto. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Those are awful energies. Told you. Drive into your death. And destruction. I drove straight into that bitch. My car didn't overheat, though. Did you go to Red Rocks? No. I couldn't get out of my mind. Every time I try to drive to that damn mountain, I get stuck. I can't even climb the mountain. Stuck in my own feelings. Very, very real. Yeah, do you see the seraphim? I see the seraphim, bro. All the eyes and the wings. It's exactly how they described him. Maybe she didn't know the seraphim. And I see Metatron. You see the seed of life? Do you see all the fucking... This is her. This is her all... Maybe she smoked a joint. Maybe she didn't. She sits there and she drew these pictures first. Then the pictures became messages and then she made them into cards. This is Lily's story. What was her name? Lizzie. You see that? That came to her, bro. That's crazy. There's a lot in that. I'm feeling it, bro. I'm feeling all fucked off on that picture. Do you feel anything out of that? Or you just think it's pretty? Okay, whatever. Anyways, I inspire others. Fresh air, flying higher than you have before. More expansive perspectives. Consciousness shift. I think I got locked in the consciousness. Did it shift? Did you change your way of thinking? I don't know. I'm trying not to think. It hurt my head. I told you, bro. I don't think. The shit that comes out of there, and that's why I'm like, can you give me something useful out of there? Can you give me a name, a fucking address, something I wrote down? Can you give me something useful other than pain and suffering? It's useless. We are in time of great change and spend our evolution in increasing exponentially. With our advancing technology and ability to communicate, more knowledge and power are available to us as individuals. We have had for centuries. There are also some platforms where we can share this information. I just got to download. What? You need to have Chinese food for dinner. That's your soul food. Okay, that sounds good to me. That might be what's for dinner. I could go downstairs and they serve fucking orange chicken. They serve that a lot. Really? Yeah, and egg rolls. Their cheeseburgers are unbelievable. They have some good food here sometimes. Anyways, we have the ability, if not, I'll go get Chinese food. That's what I was saying. We have the ability to connect with the tribes who are making a difference, to connect with a web of change where our lights unite and increase. Information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available. Coming to you! That's what I teach you here. What I teach on this channel has never been taught before. People will study this for the rest of time. They will implement these studies for all time. Why? Because these are everybody else's teachings in one person. I show you how it's done. I don't just read you. I tell you. I show you. All you need is a blood sample at this point. Give them a blood sacrifice. Poke the finger. And the essence is like I'm showing you fully things that were hidden in books that, none of us had I didn't know about Lilith. I didn't know about meditation. What's a chakra? I know, right? We didn't know this. I knew everything about the Bible, but nothing about God. Jesus Christ. Say that out loud. I'm writing it down. We know everything about the Bible, but nothing about God. Write it down, bitches. Let your brain see that. You have to say things out loud. Put it in your brain. Take the shit out of your brain and put new shit in your brain. I'm writing that down. New. Everything about the rules, right? The rules of God, but nothing about God. That's where I'm changing this. That's where the edit is. Edit that, please. Can we edit that? Why am I writing it? Because I'll use it. As I write it, I'll say it more often. And that will teach people. The whole point is learn and teach. Take in information and put it out. That's why I said, I don't want to hear you, God, and I don't want to repeat what you're saying either. I don't want to know. Stop talking to me, God. Alright, God. Whatever. Anyways, can you hear God? And that's what it is. Information that was inaccessible, taboo. We're not supposed to talk about this type of shit. And that's it. You're not supposed to talk about your insecurities. You're not supposed to talk about your fears. You're not supposed to talk about this. You're not supposed to talk about your pains. We're supposed to talk about it. Stop taking pills. Talk about the shit. There's no chilling with the pills, bro. They're fucking up your body. You're getting cancer. You have sexual problems and probably suicidal thoughts and diarrhea. That's not helping. That's not helping the situation. Information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available to you. We can engage many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets. How many of you didn't know that you could use crystals to save yourself? Yeah, I know, right? You didn't know this shit. You just thought we were freaks. Well, let me explain what's so freaky about this shit. What's so freaky about this shit? And then I keep seeing you in a pentagram jerking off. Is that what you're doing with your day today? Why do I keep getting this visual of this? This is horrible. Jesus Christ, Wolfman. Stop it. It's how he cleans his chakras. Jesus Christ. I asked for this. That's what they're reminding me. You wanted someone to teach you what they do in the dark arts. You wanted to know what the dark arts are. You consider this art? I consider it filth. I sound like an old person, right? I am old. I'm the oldest living soul that ever lived. Has that ever sunk into your head? I am the oldest living soul, unless you can find Adam wandering around here. Yeah, he is. He just doesn't know it. And that's it. Next to Lucifer. He doesn't know it. I am the oldest living soul that ever was, bro. Fucking old as dirt. I was created of the dirt. You were created of some dude's rib. It took one out so he could fucking masturbate. Fucking suck his own... Never mind. Inappropriate. Move on. We can inspire others. I did. I was like, we needed a guy that did the dark arts so he could teach me, so I could teach you, and we could, bring it all to the light. This is dark. What else do you dark guys do? I don't want to know. This is sick. All this sex magic. Where's the magic in all this sex? That's all I want to know. Where's the magic? Show me the magic. Take your panties off is what I heard. Shut the fuck up, Becky. I'll show you without taking off my panties. Stupid. Take your panties off. Jesus Christ, you're talking to the Lilith. What do you think? You think you have my power? You think you're more powerful than I was? I am the sexual power of all power. You think you have some sexual power? Shut up, bro. I could sit there and just put dirty thoughts and make you come in your pants. Shut up. What are you going to do for me? Ugh, you can't even find the clitoris. You need a thesaurus to find the clitoris. Just saying, sex magic. I want to see your magic. I got the magic. I'm just serious. Like, these guys swear they're so fucking magical. No, I know how to manifest. What'd you manifest? What'd you bring into life that you didn't work hard for? What did you magically make appear in your life? Shut up. You're just practicing some bullshit. If it worked, then I would be like, wow, that's cool. Let's try that together. It's not working for you. I can tell. Why? Because you're still working. You still have to do a job. What's my job? Manifesting. Let's move on. Manifesting. Get it? Man and festing. Feasting on man. Alright, move on. Too many jokes. I mean, you're a joke. Funny as you are. Everything is. We can engage many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets where we can choose to make big changes in our communities. We can inspire others, connect to the dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath is all about. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling, right? When the foundations we built on come from a place of love over fear, I have something. I got to download from that. We will see huge positive change in the world. We can start with ourselves. What was the download? There was a part where I felt fear was going to win this one. My fear is overtaking my faith. That's what you saw yesterday. My fear was stronger than my faith. I couldn't believe. All I could do was fear. Recognize. Is your fear stronger than your faith? Or is your faith stronger than your fear? There's certain areas. I told you. What is my weakness? Relationships. I'm Lilith. Intimacy. I'm Lilith. Closeness. I'm Lilith. Partnership. I'm Lilith. I'm Lilith. I'm Lilith. I don't have that. I rejected that. I run from that. I condemn that. My fear was stronger than my faith yesterday. And even Morgan was there to keep giving me faith and hope. She was literally there to keep giving, because she had so much, and that's what I said. She has so much faith and hope in her relationship possibilities. And that's where I be sometimes, but I can drop, and that's a moon energy, bro. On a moon day, I be hating men. I can't even. Put me in my mind and my emotions, I can't even see it, dude. I can't. Not in my mind. I can't see a relationship in my mind. And that's what I hate about it, is I get in my mind when I'm around certain people. You put me in my mind. I don't like that. I want someone to fill my mind with good shit, not make my mind start bring up bad shit. And what is it? It's your behaviors, bro. Your behaviors are that of some bad shit I've already experienced. You're not even aware of it. You're acting like somebody that already hurt me. You're not trying to hurt me, but your behaviors, because I've seen these behaviors played out before, my mind thinks you're going to do it too. It knows that if this happens next, because that's what it knows. And that's where I have to take off its understanding and say, no, that's not this person, though. That's not how all of them work. But then it gets to the point, it's like, bullshit, prove me wrong. And that's where the fear came over. It's like, it's right. My mind and I are at terms right now. It's like, we have to just agree to disagree. Or just agree that the mind is right. And that's where it's just be honest about the fear. My fear is real. And it's going to be here until you can show me I'm safe. It's real. It really exists. Everything I said that I'm scared of is real. Those are real things to be afraid of in any relationship, and I have every reason to be afraid of them. Until you can show me that I'm not afraid of that I don't have to be afraid of those things, I will be. And that's just it, is you don't tell people your fears.
Why not?
Because you look like you're scared of some shit. You look like a scary bitch.
You're human. You're allowed to be scared.
And that's the truth. We are allowed to be scared. When I asked Bobby, I was like, why didn't you call me, dude? Why did you ghost me like that? He said, I was scared. I didn't ask him anything else. I get it. I could feel how scared you could be for all different reasons. I could relate to that. You didn't have to tell me specifically why you were scared. That was a real answer. I get that. All right, moving on. That's a real answer. Why did you act like that? I was scared, bro. I freaked out. I was scared. We don't tell people we're scared. We don't tell people we're insecure. We don't tell people we feel unsafe. We don't tell people we're triggered. We don't tell people we're hurting. We don't tell people what we're feeling. We sit inside of our own mind and our own body and let it consume us while we're eating dinner at fucking Thanksgiving. We act like we're fine, but we're not. If we can't acknowledge our feelings, how can anybody else? They can't even see it on us. We're so good at hiding it from the world. But we're not hiding it from anyone. It's happening to us. It's not hurting them. We're the ones dying at dinner, ready to kill ourselves. Going back to the asshole, I said that. I was like, I don't attract good men. I do, in a good place, but I attract people like me, which are hurting people. Hurt people, you know what I mean? That's just it. And that's not a bad thing, because as long as, you know what I mean, misery loves company. I love to know that there's someone out there that knows how I feel. I don't want to stay in this feeling with you. I'd like to find a way for us to get out of it, but it makes me feel good that I'm not alone. That I'm not the only person that's been hurt by some shit like this that is still hurting. I'm inspired to get myself out of this, and I hope I can help someone else on the way out. But I can't sit here hurting like this. And that's the good thing, is like they bring in people that have been hurt by the same things as me, so I don't feel alone. But then also, not because we want to stay hurt, but so that we can heal together. I'm always going to attract broken people. Why? Because I'm a broken person. But the point is so that we can become whole again. And that's what happens. I don't know I'm broken until I see your brokenness. I have repressed that so far inside of some part of my brain that I need you to show me that I'm hurting. I need your hurt to remind me that I'm hurting. You play a very intricate... Your pain has purpose in my life. Marshall's story changed my life to where I can change other people's lives. Russ's struggles, fucking Logic's struggles, fucking Lewis's struggles, all of your struggles help me is the mirror to my struggle, to where we can I hope to heal yours, because it started with yours. Just looking at your life made me reflect on mine, where I had to heal me. And I hope that when you watch this, you see it and you heal you. But that's not what happens. But I can't do anything about that. And that's the truth. My healing comes in the form of another person outside of me. They're going to make me see me. They're going to make me see, through their hurt life, I'm going to remember my own. And that's why I have so much compassion for them, because I'm them. I just don't know it. I feel like we're going to stop on that note. It's a very beautiful card. Isn't those colors pretty? Hey, have you guys seen the new Mountain Dew? It's the same exact color as this box. My son just blew through fucking 12 of them in like one day. I just bought them. Have you seen the colors on the new Mountain Dew? Let me show you this. It's the same exact colors. I bought them just because of the colors. I was like, these are pretty. And the Mountain Dew box looks like Colorado. Isn't it pretty? What are they? Raspberry? They taste good, and they come out blue. It's just that color. I was totally sold on those colors. We're going through a paradigm shift of the intellect. It's called an ego death. I hope that you survive it. It hurts. You're going to cry. Dealing with these thoughts make your body, you could tremble. You could have suicide thoughts. You could not want to get out of bed. I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep. I did everything. It wasn't until I sat down with Red and had that cigarette did I feel like I could finally relax. I could not relax at all yesterday. At all, bro. You know what I mean? So I hope for you, and that's why I said, Jesus Christ, if this is what's going to hit people, this is bad. And, it will. Eventually, it's coming in tonight. The energy is barely coming in tonight to touch the planet. Then put on a moon day. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And that's when I got that feather. I knew it was over. Thank God, I know it's over. But it's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to talk yet. I'm not ready to talk about it. You want to talk about what just happened? No way. What did they see? And that's where it happens, is you open your eyes, you're like, oh God, what did it look like? They saw me go crazy, didn't they? I went crazy again, didn't I? I know I did. No, you were fine. Look at yourself. Oh man, please don't make me. I was fine, nobody knew. And that's where it is. It's like you look back, the kids will come home from school and I've spent the whole day just being crazy and crying. It's like, they're okay. Nobody, they come in with this different energy. It's like they pull you out of the pits of your own, mental institution and bring you back to reality. And it's like, oh yeah, how was your day? Let me get you something to drink. Let me take care of you. I'm done, let me pull out of this. And it used to be hard. I used to try so hard to be what they needed when they walked in the door. Get rid of these thoughts. Clean yourself up. Get out of your mind. Get out of this. Do whatever it takes to get out of this thought. I've been doing this for a long time. That one was hard. And they can happen. And sometimes they are. Sometimes they're harder than others. And it's just healing the past. Did you have a hard day? The past came up to get me on a Saturday. It was a hard one. I got a hell of laundry done. My house is cleaner than it's ever been. Ever. Really? Fucking ever, bro. Ever. And I'm ready to do my altar after some dinner. And we're having Chinese food. I'll probably come back and do a tarot read. I'm not doing anything else. That's as much light as I can give to you. And that's a lot coming from the dark place. Let me show you what I learned in there. Let me bring back my little bit of my little light, my little lesson that I learned inside of my dark pits of my mind. What did I learn? I'm afraid. We moved from sex to something else though. The last one I remembered was I'm afraid of sex. I was like, what did we learn? I'm afraid of sex. Now I'm not afraid of sex. Now I'm afraid of what? More. I'm afraid of a lot of things, bro. And that's where I came. That's an ultimate truth right there. I'm afraid until I know I'm safe. That's just honest. What are you afraid of? All kinds of things. I get afraid and I get triggered and I have some really serious, fight or flight. Actually, no. It's more like flight. I don't really fight you. I'll push you away or run away. It's kind of, I'm not really a fighter on that. That's what I told Kobe. I learned that. It's like, why do you walk away from relationships? Because it's not worth the fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to get all in my emotions about it. I don't want to try to explain this to you. I don't want to try to make you understand my way. It's your way or the highway, right? If we don't do it your way, you're going to walk out anyway. So why does it even matter? All true things. Hey, love you, laters. Bye-bye now.